Hey YouTube, it's Mark.
And Rocky.
And we are
This Cruise Life.
I'm excited today that we're coming from a new location because we're going to feature some of our favorite cruise-related products for the holiday season.
Yeah, so stay tuned for all of the different things that we like to bring onto our cruises. These are going to be great stocking stuffers and gifts that you can slide under the tree or put on the Hanukkah table, depending on what you celebrate.
And they won't break the bank.
No!
Stay tuned. Rocky, the first item that I'm going to feature in our home shopping segment are these portable liquid travel holders.
Ooh.
So what they are TSA approved. So they are the
Perfect.
perfect size to go through TSA. So if you don't want to check a bag, or if you're not checking a bag, the great news is we have used these to hold sunscreen.
Yes.
We've used these to hold mouthwash.
Yes.
And we've used these to hold face cleanser.
You know, another great use for these is to bring on your own liquid shampoos and conditioners, because sometimes you don't like using those all-in-ones that the cruise lines have to offer.
And because they are 3 ounces or less, this is TSA approved, and we love this.
Absolutely. Check the description below for that product. While we're talking about liquids that we like to bring on board, you did mention some sunscreen.
I did.
Well, we love using this Australian Gold Bronzer. This is a wonderful product. Anytime I smell it, it just takes me to the Caribbean instantly.
Immediately.
Yeah, these are wonderful products. They come in both a lotion and a spray. And they are great for the entire body, for the entire family to use. They come in a variety of different SPF coverage levels, depending on what your needs are.
I was just going to say, if you don't cruise as much as we do, that's okay.
Yeah.
SPF 8 may not be for you.
Right. Yeah, you can definitely get some other levels of SPF coverage, but these are fantastic. And yeah, they just smell amazing.
What I love about this new from Amazon is it comes in a plastic bottle. They're
Yes.
locked to begin
Yes.
with, and then it comes in a plastic bottle, so it protects it. But again,
Plastic bag?
a plastic bag.
Oh,
it
plastic
comes-
bag.
and
Oh, okay.
A plastic bottle and a plastic bag, but if you wanted to, you could put some in one of these as well.
Right, absolutely.
Or my favorite product, and if you followed this channel for any period of time, you have heard me talk about this. If you've gone to the website, you've seen me talk about this. It is something called a wine diaper.
Is it for kids? Is it for babies? A diaper?
Yes, it's for your baby bottles of wine
Oh.
or any liquid. So they come in these handy packs, and they protect your liquid. So they are padded. I'm going to just pull out a little bit of the padding so that you
Okay.
can see it. Can you hand me one of those sunscreens while
Oh,
I do
yes.
that? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So they have this super absorbent material in them. So if something that you place in this bag breaks,
It's
guess
not
what?
the end of the world. Everything is absorbed right in the bag.
It's absorbed in this material inside the bag, so none of your clothes are damaged. We've used these for years. We've packed our wine, we've packed sunscreen, we've packed mouthwash,
Yes.
busted open once.
Yes, it did.
And the inside of this thing was all purple, but our clothes were
We're
completely
not.
safe. Oh, here, do you know the other thing that I love to use these for?
Oh.
Excuse me as I go off camera. Literally what they are designed for, they are designed to protect a bottle of wine. You place a bottle of wine, you seal the packet, and then you put this, we recommend putting this in between clothing, sweatshirts, something in your suitcase.
Padded.
Nothing that's hard, but because you have padded and you've protected your bottle of wine, your sunscreen, or any other liquid that you're bringing on your cruise.
It's fantastic.
I'm going to go ahead and set this aside so
That sounds great.
we can have wine in a little bit.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it. While he's putting that down, I wanted to bring up my next favorite item to use on a cruise ship, and that is, you know, as you're sailing along and you're getting your drinks, and, you know, for the ladies that get their lipstick freshly made up, or if you just have a preference of drinking through a straw, because I know that that's sometimes a preference. They have these amazing metal straws that you can purchase online. They come with a silicone tip so that you're not bumping your tooth into this and chipping it potentially. And they come with a cleaning, I don't know what you would call that.
Cleaning straw.
A pipe cleaner.
Oh, what just came out of it?
It's a little dirty in there. But these are fantastic to use. They're super convenient. You can throw them into any suitcase, backpack, bag, purse even, and take them on the go.
Here's a cruise tip. Buy them ahead of time. The cruise lines do sell these,
Yes.
but they sell
You will
them
pay
at
for
a
it.
significant markup. So trust us on this one.
Yes.
Cruise straws, they come in handy whether you're drinking those fruity drinks on the deck that I like.
Yes.
Or you're drinking those whiskey drinks.
Those are good.
They come in handy. They come in handy.
Yes.
Speaking of drinking.
Yeah, speaking of drinking.
We also always make it a point to pack an insulated water bottle for the cruise. And so most cruise lines include, well, all of the cruise lines include water. You can fill this up with ice and water. Some have lemonade, juices, etc. And you can bring your water along with you anywhere that you are on the cruise.
Yes.
When we enjoy the sauna, steam room, spa, we fill this up with ice water and we take this with us. That way we are hydrated throughout the entire time.
Absolutely. And one of the things that's really convenient about these is the next item that I'm featuring, and that is a carabiner clip. As basic as it may seem, one of these guys is going to clip right on there, and you can easily attach this to anything. Your backpack, your collar of your shirt. I don't know that you would want to do that when it's full.
I probably wouldn't do that, but just to give you an idea.
Yep. But it makes it really nice and convenient because then you can easily tote this around wherever you're going and you're not going to lose it as you're in port, which is very convenient.
Rocky, speaking of hooks.
Yes?
Can you move over to the side a little bit?
I can.
I don't know if you noticed that we've got some things hanging here on the refrigerator.
We do.
Baseball caps as well as cruise lanyards.
Now, wait a second. Could we possibly do this? Oh, look at that. We found a space-saving tip for your stateroom.
We literally do not leave home without these magnetic cruise hooks. The inside of your cruise walls are magnetic, and so they keep sticking together. They do stick very, very well.
Yes.
The inside of your cruise room is magnetic, and so we use these hooks to hang hats, belts, bottles, as you can see.
Bags of merchandise that we've bought in port, just so it gets it up off the floor, and it's easy to grab what you need and be on your way out the door.
Off the floor or off that desk. Your desk space in those staterooms is limited, and so you get the stuff out of the way that you don't want right there in your way.
Right.
Love it.
Makes it easy.
Love these things.
They're fantastic, and they do come in a variety of colors. And they come in a variety of weight ratings.
I'm so basic. I just have the black ones, but yes, they come in like purples and
blue
reds
and silver. You could
blues.
just go basic silver.
So true. You could spice up your life or your stateroom with different colors.
You could. And while we're talking about clips, I want to talk about a next product that I think is really fun. You know, you go up on deck and you want to lay out and you put your towel down.
Has it ever been windy up on deck?
Oh, it is so windy when you get up there. And I was just gonna say, as you try to lay down, next thing you know, you get yourself seated on the towel or on the lounger, and the towel is completely gone, or it's covering your face.
It's always in my face. The towel's always in my face.
Well, these will help fix that problem. Towel clips.
Towel clips, they're amazing.
They are. You can see they come in a variety of colors. Super affordable, really reasonably priced. Definitely a good stocking stuffer for your loved ones or your family members that are going on an upcoming cruise.
In the description, we're also going to put in a link for towel bands. So if towel clips aren't right for you, so some cruise liners have thicker chairs. Yeah. The clips don't always work, and so we also recommend towel bands.
Yeah, they're like oversized rubber bands.
Yep, exactly, exactly. What's next on the list? I think I'm going on to the backpack.
You certainly are.
Look at this little backpack.
It's so cute.
Isn't that the cutest thing?
That's not a backpack, though. It's missing the straps.
It matches my...
It does.
I like it. So here's a cruise tip. When you are purchasing a backpack or you're purchasing a bag for your cruise, I'm going to tell you this right now. Go with a gray or a muted color. What it does is it helps offset you're a tourist in this as you're visiting a new place, and so we always recommend an off color. Yes, they make some really beautiful backpack colors and beautiful purse colors, but the more muted that you go, the less likely you send that flag up saying, "Hey, I'm a tourist." And so we recommend to blend in. But yes, this is a backpack. It is a collapsible backpack. It is the Duveda.
Yeah,
I don't know how I say that.
Davida.
Davida. But it is a collapsible backpack.
Now show us how it's an actual backpack, because I'm not believing you. Okay, you were unzipping. There's the first step. Whoa! It's like a kangaroo pouch.
It is like Transformers, more than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye.
The reason why I specifically love this bag is it can store up to... Oh, I have it upside down. There we go. It can store up to 3 cruise towels. So if you're going out in Aruba and you are taking your towels with you... Sorry, I'm just going to zip this up quick so it has a pocket. Oh, thank you.
There you go. You can talk.
Look at that.
Yeah. Teamwork.
Look at that. It's got built-in pockets here, built-in pockets here, internal pockets as well, and it is super spacious. But what do you notice about this? Oh, yeah. I should probably point out that it is
a backpack.
It is literally a backpack.
Yes.
It's got clips to help if you want to stabilize it on you. What I love about this thing, though, is it collapses down into that foldable sack.
Yes.
It does. Trust me.
Well, we saw it. You unfold it.
I'm going to show you just how quick it is.
All right.
You know, this could be yours right now for this holiday season, but you've got to act fast. Rocky, tell them about the special offer.
There's a special offer? One of the best things about this backpack as well is it is water resistant.
Yes.
Not waterproof, so don't go and take it and throw it in the ocean and be like,
jump in the ocean with it.
But like if you're in port and it happens to rain while you're walking around, this is going to be a great product to have to keep everything nice and secure inside.
I worry that I'm being really loud,
You are,
and
it's
so
okay.
I'm gonna pause while you're talking. Can you help me pull that zipper? Watch. There's no edits. There's no cuts here, people.
Just fingers being on the way. There we go. Ta-da! The DaVita backpack in
I
bag.
love this thing.
It's great.
Love this thing. Highly recommend it on every excursion, every cruise.
Yes. While we're talking about excursions, there's one more item that I really want to bring out in this first part of the segment.
Rocky, why don't you tell us what that item is?
And that is water shoes. Water shoes are great. When you're heading out into port, you can wear them while you're walking around, especially if they have a nice rubber sole to them. You can walk around in dry land areas wearing these water shoes, and then you can get into the water. You don't have to worry about stubbing your toe on those obnoxious rocks that are across the seafloor. They're super easy and comfortable, and you can get them in a variety of different colors and styles.
Can I just tell you, these are 4.5 years old. These things hold up amazingly
Very
well.
well.
If you treat them well, right?
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
if you don't treat them well, they probably
Same
won't
with
last.
anything.
But I absolutely love these things. Not only are they functional, like you said,
yes,
they're really cute. They're actually, they go with, and they make a variety of different colors
they do.
and sizes.
And they're super lightweight, so you don't have to worry
Super
about carrying them
lightweight.
in your DaVita backpack.
Yeah, highly recommend these water shoes.
Yeah.
The other thing that I will make, just a cruise tip.
Yeah.
Excursions will rent you these things.
They will.
I promise you, you are better off buying them before your cruise than renting them from an excursion.
I agree.
There you go.
Well, that takes us to the end of the first part of today's series. We're going to go ahead and take a quick sponsored break.
Oh, there's a sponsored break?
There's a sponsored break, and then we'll be right back. The sponsor of today's video is This Cruise Life. That's right, you have tuned into the channel for This Cruise Life, but we also have products available that come with This Cruise Life logos right on them. You can get this beautiful hat in our store online, available right now. We also have 2 stickers that Mark is modeling. One of them is a very slick white, and the other one is a holographic material, so it kind of gives a little bling and a blang for your next cruise. And last but not least is this beautiful lanyard. You can buy these lanyards on our website. That's thiscruiselife.com/shop. And once you're there, you can take a look at any of these beautiful products and outfit yourself with your This Cruise Life merchandise.
And if you are lucky and you are watching this video, depending on when you're watching this video, you may see some surprise additions in the This Cruise Life shop when you go to thiscruiselife.com/shop. So I hope that inspires you to check it out.
Absolutely. What's that site again?
That's thiscruiselife.com/shop.
Awesome. We'll see you there.
Rocky, I don't know about you, but I am really excited to check out. I think it was thiscruiselife.com/shop.
Yes.
Those sponsors, they look great.
They do.
Let's jump back into our final round of products and stocking stuffers for the holidays.
Yeah.
This next one is one of my favorites. I have purchased it for you. Oh. I've purchased it for multiple of my friends. I've purchased it for my brother. I got it for Jason. It is a passport holder booklet.
Oh, yes.
I love this thing because it keeps your passport. I'm OCD. I admit it. I'm terrified that I'm going to lose my passport. And so having it in this booklet, it just gives me a peace of mind. Not only does it store the passport, but it allows me to store travel cards, credit cards.
Oh, look at that.
There's a pocket in there as well. Oh, so here's a secret tip.
Oh.
I hide a 20 in there.
Okay.
So if in case there's ever an emergency and I need some cash, it also holds my vaccine card. I absolutely love this thing. This is on my must-have list for cruise travel.
Now, is that also RFID blocking?
It is.
Oh, even better.
I don't know what that means per se, but they make a big deal about it on Amazon.
Yeah,
It blocks the RFIDs.
So that means having your passport in there and your credit cards, your personal information is protected.
Fantastic.
Someone with an RFID reader cannot steal your information.
Great.
That's fantastic.
Rocky, over to you.
So while we're talking about the boarding process for a cruise ship, another thing that we love to have, not a necessity, but it's super convenient.
I think it's a necessity. I
Love
disagree.
having that.
Disagree with this one. It is a
That's fair.
necessity. Have you remember when we used to have to look for staplers,
staplers
on
and
embarkation
tape.
warning?
When you're
well,
trying
tell
to
them what it is.
You're trying to figure out what to do with your luggage tag, and this new product that we've got is just fantastic. It is a luggage tag holder. You simply fold up your luggage tag on all of the dotted lines that they print on the different cruise lines. You slide it into this clear envelope sleeve. You zip it shut so that no water gets in there and it doesn't damage your luggage tag. And you have this wonderful, wire string that you can put through it. It goes right around the handle of your luggage. You screw it on, and you're good to go. You put this on your luggage, you are identified, you know, the crew know exactly where to put your products, your suitcases. It's fantastic.
And unlike something that you've stapled or taped,
it's not coming
this
off.
sucker is not coming off your bag.
Nope.
And so
Nope.
you want to make sure your bag makes it to your stateroom. Oh, look at it, says diamond. I
Yes,
love that.
I
I
wonder
love
why.
that. You want to make sure it makes it to your stateroom. I highly recommend these. This
Yes.
is also on my must-have. I know you said it
Yes.
wasn't an essential. This is on my must-have
It
list.
is. It's game changer for us since we've been cruising so much. And one of the cool things is when you go to the website that we have referenced, they actually sell the different
Down below,
brands.
right
Yeah,
down
they have the different brand or different cruise lines available. So Carnivals are a little bit more wide and tall, and Royal Caribbean is a little bit skinnier. Now, what we're going to tell you
Cruise
is...
tip.
Yeah, cruise tip. If you go with the wider ones, they will fit a lot more of the luggage tags in them. So we've sailed with Royal Caribbean, we've sailed with Norwegian, we've sailed with Celebrity, and all of their luggage tags fit into our Carnival-sized luggage tags.
So we'll put the different cruise lines down there below. So if you're really loyal to Royal, you can buy a Royal Caribbean specific, but our cruise tip is buy a little bit bigger, and then you're covered across the various lines.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. So this is one that we don't always love to talk about on the channel, but it is something that happens. Sometimes on that cruise, you will get seasick, or someone in your party will get seasick, or you will have had a little too much to drink and you will get seasick.
That never happens on a cruise ship.
Never happens. This next item, they are what are called seasick bands, or they're called sea bands, I should say, and they help with seasickness. And the way that they work, I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom in on this, Rocky, but there is a pressure point dot inside that bracelet.
Yep.
So you have to use them both.
Okay.
The way that the science works, and I don't know how the science works, but I will tell you the science works, y'all. I just used these on Norwegian Encore. I was just on Norwegian Encore, and I used these because I had a little too much
a little
drink.
bit of an issue.
I had a little too much.
Now, where are
drink
you
one
putting those pearls that you pointed out?
I'm going to show them.
Okay,
I'm going to show.
all right.
So you put. I feel like Wonder Woman. You put them on your wrist. You put them 3 finger lengths. I don't know if you can see that. 3 finger lengths in.
Okay.
And that dot goes in the very center of your wrist.
Okay. Okay.
And so the way that it works is that the 2 pressure points on each hand, they send a message to your brain of, I am not sick. The motion is not moving. The boat is not moving.
Wow.
Or, no, you haven't had too much. No, please drink responsibly. Please make sure you have lots of water. I did drink a lot of water in addition to wearing these on the Norwegian Encore. But I've had, this is an item, fun fact, that I've been on 50 cruises. These have been on all 50 of my cruises. Every single cruise. I highly recommend, even if you're not prone to motion sickness, trust me on this one as well. Buy them ahead of time. They're going to be much, much, much cheaper to buy them ahead of time and have them. Hopefully you will never need them, but 50 cruises in, I have sailed with these things every single cruise.
Now, there is something else to be aware of. First of all, they have them in both adult size and junior
kids.
size, so we have those available. And if you don't feel like wearing wristbands because they're conflicting with your own personal choice of what you want to wear, we do have other options on our website, including ginger chews. Ginger is actually known for settling the stomach. and then some Dramamine, which that's going to get
Both
you a
of
little
those
bit
are-
more drowsy.
Both of those are linked down there. I don't.
Yep.
I personally don't like Dramamine.
No.
A lot of people do. They do have a non-drowsy Dramamine
Yep.
as well, but
Yep.
I like the more natural pressure point ones,
Yeah.
or the ginger chews.
Yes,
I like
yeah.
those as well.
Yeah.
We've traveled with those ginger chews.
We have.
Thank you, Brian and Christopher, for turning us on to those.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, their parents.
Their parents, yeah. Awesome. So now we move into the stateroom category of things that we love to
Okay.
buy and share. And one of those is, it's a little bit big, but you know what? It's worth it. And that is an outlet splitter. If you're going on one of those older cruise ships where they only have one outlet in the entire room that is US designed, I don't even know what the word would be.
Okay.
If it's one of those 110-volt outlets, this is going to work great for you. You can plug it in, and then it's got an on-off switch when you don't need it, and it comes with 3 USB ports and 3 outlet ports as well.
Trust me, for those iPhone users, Android users, mobile phone users, those are all mobile phones.
Yes, they are.
Cameras,
iPads,
digital cameras.
Digital
That's
cameras,
what I was
yes.
trying to say.
Laptops.
Any it's 2023, y'all. It's maybe 2024 when you're watching this. Who has just one
Right.
Who has just one thing that they plug in at
Right,
night?
right.
No one.
No one.
This
No.
is a godsend. I do want to say thank you to Jeanette, who
Oh.
actually gave me this for Christmas
Oh,
one
very
year.
nice.
It has
That's
been
a
on
great present.
Jeanette, this has been on every cruise since as
Yes.
well. It's a game changer.
Yes.
Now the newer ships, I will say,
Yeah.
they do usually have more outlet options and more USB options.
We still bring it just in
Still
case.
bring it because you don't know. In fact, on Norwegian, I feel like I'm talking a lot about
You
Norwegian.
are. That's
Norwegian
okay.
Encore, one
Yeah.
of the outlets was broken.
Oh.
So I had, even though they had a bunch of outlets, I still had. I'm so glad I had that splitter.
And that ship was built in 2019, so you never know what your situation is going to be when you get into that room.
That's why when Rocky says we always pack it, even if
Yep.
it's on a new ship,
Yep.
we always pack it because you just don't know.
That is true.
Speaking of things that you plug in at night, I swear by this little portable sound machine.
Yes.
So I am a light sleeper. Noises and elevator dings and people slamming doors,
Yes.
all of those things I struggle sleeping through, and so I bring a portable sound machine with me on every cruise. This is another item that I do not leave. In fact, this isn't just cruise items, y'all.
No.
I know we're talking about cruises. This goes on when we went to Cedar Fair, when we went to Great America. Whenever we travel, I bring this thing, and you can see it. It's a hockey puck essentially,
Yeah, it's lightweight.
but
It's just a very lovely white noise sound.
and I mean there are other options. I like the white noise. There's the ocean. There's also a fan. I keep it on the white noise. So the neat thing about this is there's volume, so I can adjust the volume. Oh, I've reached the limit of the volume.
Oh, okay.
So there's a volume on there. You can set a timer. So if someone that you're in the stateroom with doesn't want that on the entire night, you can actually set a timer and you can turn it off. The other reason why I like this one is it also has a nightlight. Now I don't use the nightlight as much. Oh,
There's 2 different
you
settings
can't
on it.
see it. I was trying to show it on the camera. So there's 2 settings. There's the really bright. What I usually keep it on is this one, which it doesn't even look like it's on,
No, it
but watch
doesn't.
when I turn it off.
Yep.
So this portable sound machine, again, I don't leave home without
No,
it.
you don't.
I don't cruise without it.
Yep.
I don't go on vacation without it. Highly, highly recommend it. It's down again in the description.
Yep. And to go along with that, if the white noise machine is just not quite loud enough for you, or there's a lot of banging, you're next to other balcony rooms where they just let the door slam all night.
Or you're above the theater in this stateroom.
Oh, yes, the miracle. I remember that. Something else that comes in really handy is these earplugs. They are perfect for sleeping. They're nice and soft, so you're not going to have a pain in the ear when you wake up or in the middle of the night. And they come in this cute little travel case that you can just put the 2 in that you need for your trip, travel along with them, toss them when you're done with the trip. So a fantastic ad, not very expensive.
Not very expensive at
Also
all.
available in the links below.
Yep, highly recommend it. There are 2 versions that we use in our travels. We use these ones as well as a 3M version.
yes.
That's also included.
A little bit more rated.
The 3M one though sometimes takes a while to ship. So depending on how quickly you need them, You'll pick that item for you.
There you go.
As I think about my sleep and my slumber, you've already picked up that I have a sound machine, I have earplugs. I also, when I am in a balcony room, I like to have a sleep mask because despite those rooms having blackout curtains, once that sun comes up and is reflecting on the ocean, I don't care how dark those curtains are, they do not keep the sun out of your stateroom. And so
Oh, he's going to put it on.
Rocky, good night.
Good night.
I absolutely highly recommend. Now, there are a variety of ones that are out there. This one specifically has, I don't know if you notice it's kind of padded. It has a raised pad, which makes it really comfortable to sleep in. So we're going to put 2 or 3 different links down below for sleep pads. If you don't want that, or sleep masks, excuse me, if you don't want that pad, you can get one without, just a simple silk sleep mask. And so, we sleep well on cruises.
We do. That is the goal, is to sleep amazingly well. Let the ocean rock us to sleep. So as you're going through your cruising experience, you're out of your stateroom, you're exploring the ship, you end up going into port and you're exploring and taking pictures and recording videos, maybe not as much as we are, but you're still doing quite a bit of it. You're gonna need a power bank to take along with you. We have a couple of different power bank options in our store. You can find the links below. These are fantastic. You can charge them overnight with one of the extra ports that you have on your charger or on your splitter. You can charge this overnight. Just remember to grab it, throw it in your DaVita backpack as you're on your way off of the ship, and this is going to be your lifesaver throughout your experience.
The one cruise tip I will say is do not forget to grab your phone's charging cable.
Yes.
Because if you don't have your phone's charging
Won't
cable,
do you much good.
I have brought this out by itself before. This by itself doesn't do a whole lot of good for you. And so highly recommend. The reason why I got this one is because it is small, it is lightweight, it can fit in a pocket, it can fit in that backpack as Rocky just mentioned. Highly recommend it. And by the way, it can actually help bring, this one specifically can help bring 2 iPhones up in their charge.
That's fantastic. We like having a large amount of capacity.
Yeah.
That's great.
So this next one, I think it's my final one.
It's
probably not a cruise essential or must-have.
That's okay.
But it is for us, and it might be for you.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this trend called cruising ducks?
Oh, that's a big thing.
If not, Google it. Trust me, you will see them everywhere. Amazon.com sells them by the gross? I don't know what I would call this.
I don't think that was gross.
But you have so many different cute little duck options that you can hide on your next sailing, and you will make some child or adult, someone's life a little bit more special when you order them. Additionally, on Amazon, you can get little duck tags. We're gonna put both the ducks as well as the tags in the link below, so you can fill out the ship, the sailing date, and who is put this duck out. But is that... We have found we found a lot of ducks on our journey, and we've kept, we rehide. You can keep it or hide, you decide. Yep. But we've kept a few. We've kept our favorites.
We have.
Hey, if you're still with us and you look at the bottom of one of our ducks that we hide, there's a QR code and a special custom message from Rocky and I.
Yeah.
When you scan it, you'll hear about your duck's history.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And I think we turn it over to you to bring us home.
Last item that I think is an essential for me. So Mark thought that the ducks were more of an essential for him. And this is something that I enjoy doing. I love when we're sailing away from a port, I love recording those beautiful time-lapse videos. Now, if you do a time-lapse video by hand, you're going to get a lot of jerkiness going on there. That's almost like the silent disco.
We both just did that. We both just did that at the same time. That was funny.
We did. So you want to eliminate that jerkiness. And one of the challenges is finding a spot that's close to the edge of the ship that is secure and flat and smooth that you can set your phone and a small tripod on. Well, that's where this awesome UB-size tripod comes in handy.
What
so
size?
UB-size is the name of the brand.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep. So the cool thing is it comes in this really awesome sleeve. You can pull it out of the sleeve, and it opens up. You can put any size phone in here. I've got an iPhone.
Mine fit?
Yeah. I have an iPhone 14 Pro, and the iPhone 14 Pro sits very easily in there. I'm just going to tighten up this little lock nut there.
Okay.
There you go. So you can walk around with it as
I feel like a tourist.
Yes.
I feel like a tourist.
You can walk around with it as a standard tripod, or the cool thing is...
I got to get a picture of them since they're joining us.
There we go.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So you can also, I'm pushing the wrong button. I'm doing volume instead. I don't know how to use your phone. You can also, that's one of the things that I love about this, is it actually has the 3 legs that are spread apart. Yep. And then when you are recording your sailaways, you can bend these.
That's right. You clip this to like the railing.
Yeah.
You clip this
so
to
you
the balcony.
can wrap this around a railing, and it's not going anywhere while you're sailing away. So it's very secure. I usually will stand by it just to make sure that no gusts of wind will knock it over, especially into the ocean. But I'm being pretty aggressive with this phone right now, and it is not going to go anywhere.
I mean, I know that you have used this on many, many of our cruises, and it...
Up.
I'm just trying to pull it.
I know.
Like, I can't even get it.
No. Oh, yeah. No, you can't.
My point.
Yes.
He's like, no, here's how you have to do it. It literally does not come out of the holder, but the moment I press up, bam.
Yep. So... really great product. I love using it. It works on
and
balconies.
What was the brand?
UB-Size.
UB-Size.
Don't worry, the link is below.
Okay, great.
You don't have to
great.
worry about
That's
knowing
fantastic.
how to pronounce it.
And can I just show you one thing about this? This would fit perfectly in a stocking.
Oh yeah, it would.
Stocking stuffer. Ooh, stocking stuffer. Stocking stuffer. Do you notice everything? The theme of this. Almost every single one of these things. I mean, maybe not the gross of
That's
ducks.
a big stocking.
You're gonna want to wrap this separately.
Yeah.
But everything else that we've talked about, whether it's the cruise lanyards from that
our
sponsored
sponsor.
ad,
Thank you so much for that.
Or some of the hooks. The hooks are. What would you pick? What would you say your top 3 items out of everything that we've covered are? What are your top 3 items? I know mine.
You do.
I do. I absolutely do.
Okay. Well,
this thing.
Yeah, that.
Because I have an iPhone 13 mini.
Right.
And it lasts about 6 hours in the day. This thing is one of my absolute musts. I have to have this with me on a cruise.
Yeah. I would say, honestly, the hooks that we've got up here on the refrigerator have been a game changer for us since we first were introduced to them.
Yeah. I'm going to...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to grab my wine diaper. I tell you, we just sailed Alaska and went to Emulga Distillery. Delicious. Gibraltar. Oh, the Gibraltar Gin Distillery. Oh my gosh, Spirit of the Rock. If you're watching this, thank you. We not only bring stuff out to the cruise in these things, like sunscreen.
Yep.
We also bring things home from the cruise in these things. So that the gin or the, here's the sunscreen. We bring things home with these as well, and it protects the bottles and it protects everything in our
so
suitcase.
we'll pack them empty as we're
we will.
ready to sail out.
That's a great cruise tip. We will pack 3 or 4 of these extra, and then when we buy a bottle in port, we can bring it home safe and sound. So that's my 2. What's your number? What's your 2?
My second one, I think, would be the passport protector. I know Mark now has to find his third. I just took his. But this is a lifesaver. This is wonderful. It makes it easy to keep track of all of your items in one spot, so you're not having to fumble and fidget to try to figure out where you put your passport.
My third one, you just heard me say this. I experienced this on a brand new ship where one of the outlets didn't work.
Oh yeah.
Had I not had this, I wouldn't have been able to charge my phone. I wouldn't have been able to plug in my sound machine. Oh, by the way, did you notice? It's also battery operated.
Yes, it is.
So it not only does it plug in, so I plug it in because I sleep a long time, but if you're only gonna sleep for 6 hours or what have you, it's also battery operated. So you don't even have to plug it in. Anyway, I just experienced on the ship that one of the outlets was broken.
Right.
Had I not had this, I wouldn't have been able to charge my phone, my backup battery, the power charge, or the sound machine. Like the toothbrush, my electric toothbrush. This thing came in the clutch, and I won't cruise without it.
Yeah. And the last item that I think is my must-have is the DaVita backpack. We've talked about it a lot. This is so convenient. You can go into port, you can walk around the cruise ship as you're boarding the ship for your embark day. It is so convenient to have a small little item that you can just fold up and hang out of the way when you don't need it, and then when you're ready, open it up, throw in your beach towels, throw in your Aqua socks. It's great. It's convenient.
Fun fact, this literally just came back from Juneau, Alaska from the Norwegian Encore, and he was filled with all sorts of souvenirs because everything was on clearance at the end of the year. So I was so glad to have this because I had 3 bags of stuff. I was able to I didn't have beach towels in Alaska. I was literally able to put all the sweatshirts and stuff directly in here, put it on my back, and I didn't have to worry about it.
It makes it easy. Awesome. Well, that wraps up our list of our top 20 items for the holiday season this year.
And a couple of our own items.
Yeah, and a couple of our own sponsored items. Thank you so much for that. We hope that you enjoyed this. We hope you found inspiration in some of the products that we use, and maybe you'll add them to your next cruise packing list.
Yes, and we have included, as mentioned, we've included every single one of those links and even a couple of additional alternates if you'd rather. Now, we do have to say Amazon's rules do require us to say that if you do click on one of those links, there may be a small commission or a small little earnings that we make on those links. It helps fund videos like this. It helps fund our website, all of those sorts of things. And so the price doesn't change for you. It is free for you to click on those links. Don't worry about that. But we do want to put that disclaimer out there.
And we also have a link in the description below for how to sign up for Amazon Prime in case you're interested in getting that membership.
Free shipping. If you don't already, does anyone do you not have Amazon Prime? I think pretty much everyone does. But if you don't, yes, click it there and you can subscribe for 30 days and get all of this stuff for free, shipped for free, and then you can cancel that membership.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I think that's everything.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't think we did. Just all we ask is that you please like this video.
Oh, of course, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. That's always helpful for us. Thank you.
And smash that notification bell so that you can be made aware of any future videos that are coming out to our channel.
And we will probably put out a couple of quick more shopping videos over the coming months, over the coming year, as we discover new must-have items. If we forgot something or missed something that's on your must-have list, you know what to do.
Let us know. Put it in the comments below.
Awesome. Until next time
when we see you out at the seas, happy holidays, happy shopping season.
Happy birthday. I guess it could be birthdays.
It could be that as well. You're right.
Wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. It could be
we're going to do another video.
It could be quinceañeras.